Hey, this is David Plotz, CEO of CityCast. CityCast is hiring a director of finance. And because you're listening to this, I thought you might be a great candidate for the job, or you might know a great candidate for the job. CityCast is a national network of daily local podcasts and newsletters. And as our director of finance, you would develop our finance strategy and lead finance and accounting. CityCast is growing super fast, and we are changing local media in the US. And as our first finance director, you'd work directly with me to make CityCast an amazing and innovative and fiscally sound business. The job is remote. You could be anywhere in the US, and we're offering a competitive salary, great benefits, and a fantastic set of colleagues. Plus, we're part of a very stable parent company. So if you're interested, please apply. Go to citycast.fm/jobs for more information. That's citycast.fm/jobs.
Today on CityCast Houston. Can you believe it? It's almost April, and we're getting you ready to take full advantage of it around H-Town. From plans for the historic solar eclipse to celebrating Earth Day, I'm calling on producer Carlignon Jones and Hey Houston newsletter editor Brooke Lewis to give me their tips to make April the best month yet. It's Thursday, March 28th. I'm Raheel Ramzanali, and here's what Houston's talking about. April is almost here, and we're getting you ready. Carly, Brooke, thank you so much for joining me, and I can't wait to hear what you have. But before we get into our recommendations, I want to start with April Fools, right? That's coming up here in a few days. It's a time to pull pranks. What was the best prank you've ever pulled, Carly?
Okay, so when I was young, me and my mom would pull pranks on my dad all the time. It would be like the simple stuff where you go switch out food in the ice box. Like it might be like a Kondak bar and we might stuff it with toilet paper or stuff like that. But the biggest thing that I remember is actually not a prank. But when I think back on it, it's kind of funny because my uncles were huge pranksters when I was younger. And they were keeping me one night. And my mom shows up and she's like, hey, like, where's my daughter? And so since they like joke so much, she was like, well, actually, let me go back. So she's like, hey, where's my daughter? And they're like, what? Like, they're looking around the house and they're just like, okay, like, I don't see her. So she's like, why are y'all playing? Like, where's she at? Mind you, I'm about 4 years old at this time. And
my gosh.
she's like, okay, confused, looking around. And then when she sees them start putting on their jackets to head outside, she starts to flip out because she's like, oh, they're not kidding. They're not kidding.
No.
So they go outside. It's dark outside. They're looking for me around the apartment complex. And they finally find me. And it was raining also. And I was like telling them pretty much like I was looking for some friends. She left me with the old people and I was ready to go find some friends. I was bored because they were in there playing dominoes or something and not paying attention to me. So I walked out by myself. But she has been pissed about that ever since. And it's always a funny thing to look back on because they love to joke. And it was not a joke that time.
That was not a joke. I was going to say, that's not a prank. That's just child neglect.
Exactly. And it's funny because my uncle's a cop.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's when the joke is taken too far. Like they took it too far.
Yeah. Brooke, I was waiting for a punchline. I was like, there's got to be something funny here.
When are we going to laugh? Like, I feel for her mom.
It was traumatic.
This is actually a traumatic experience for Carly.
But it was funny because they would hide me. So it was like not abnormal for them to like be like, oh, she's not here. So yeah, when it actually happened, crazy day.
How about you, Brooke? Do you have any?
So as Carly was telling her story, it did make me think about this prank that me and my friends played on our guy friend in high school. We felt like he could fall for any girl. And to prove that point, we made a fake Facebook page. So this is back when Facebook was like the only big social media, no Instagram. We made a fake Facebook page. We said that one of my close friends, that her cousin was transferring to our school and she was going to come, and we were like, let's just mess with him, send him some messages. Her name was Amanda Stevens. And we were like, you're going to meet her at this football game coming up. And so at the football game, we revealed that it was us, but it was just such a funny prank because we kept her Facebook page active and her birthday was on Valentine's Day. So every Valentine's Day, we would all wish her a happy birthday. Eventually, I deleted the Facebook page, but it was active for a while, guys. Like, I want to say this Facebook page was active like into my my college years, even past. Eventually, I was like, let me delete this because then catfish became a thing. And I was like, I don't want to be like one of those people on catfish. So, we did
Oh my
catfish
gosh.
before catfish, you guys.
Yeah, that is hilarious. I hope
Oh my
he's
gosh.
okay, right? Because that seems so cruel.
He is okay. He is okay. I think he kind of maybe suspected that something was up because this girl, I mean, her photos didn't look legit. Like they didn't look real. So I think he kind of knew, but he's all good. He survived the
Oh my
prank, but
gosh.
it was probably the most elaborate and best prank that I've ever played.
That's hilarious. That's so good. I would do on April 1st, right? If April 1st would fall on a weekday, back in my sports radio days, what I would do is go in and change other shows as rejoin. So like a rejoin is, that big booming voice, welcome back to the John and John show on ESPN, right? Like that guy, and there'd always be some really manly music behind it. So I would go in with one of the producers and replace that really manly music. This is sports radio to top 40 teeny bop music. And that was the best. So it'd be like, welcome back to John and John. So it would be like Taylor Swift or Friday by Rebecca Black or whoever. Like, we would just have so much fun with that. So I used to love doing that prank.
Oh man, that's a
That
good
is
one.
too funny.
That's a good one.
Okay, let's get to our April guide. And I think the biggest thing in April that people are already talking about is going to happen on April 8th, which is the solar eclipse. And totality is going to occur here in Texas. So you don't have to drive anywhere farther than Texas, which is great, right? Let's start with that. I'm going to kick this one off because I'm actually going to go do this. I'm so excited for it. And I've linked this website that NASA has where it has a map and it includes the path of totality. So you can basically figure out where you need to be at what time. I'm going to go to San Antonio on Sunday, April 7th, so I'm not stuck in traffic on Monday morning because I think a lot of people are going to go experience this. San Antonio is a close city. Dallas is nearby. You can just head up north 45 and find some places. But to me, I'm going to go San Antonio, and then Monday morning, we're going to drive towards Kerrville, which is right in the dead center path of totality. And I don't know what to expect because we've never had this. So I don't know. I'm going to kind of figure it out. But I really wanted to mention that website because it's going to be great if you are thinking about driving to that path of totality where literally it's going to turn dark for 4 minutes. And I can't wait for that.
I really just hate that like all the other like big Texas cities get to see this and then there's Houston. Like we have to drive to go see it. That sucks. I hate that. But everybody else has that advantage of being like, oh, I could just go drive like 30, 45 minutes to go get closer and actually experience it. So I hate that. But yeah, everybody plan your trips.
Yeah, I will say for Houstonians who don't want to drive, and it's something that I may consider is going to Space Center Houston, they're having a viewing party. Even though Houston won't see the full eclipse, we can see the partial solar eclipse, and they're going to have activities going on all weekend, starting Friday, April 6th through Sunday, April 8th. And they're even going to have, I love this guy who does a lot of cool Houston murals, Gonzo. He is going to be doing a live mural at Space Center Houston, and you can watch it. You can watch it each day and see as the mural unfolds starting on Friday, April 6th. So there's some cool activities going on in Houston. Space Center Houston is definitely the place to be. So if you don't want to do a road trip, I suggest going there.
That's a good idea. Okay, I didn't even know they were having that. So I'm glad you told me because I did want to experience it without having to do that drive. But like a tip that I did see for the people that are doing their drive is to go get your solar eclipse glasses. I know that a lot of stores around town are selling them, but also if you go to Amazon, they're like $5 on there. And you know, Amazon will get it to you nice and quick, usually like 2 days, and it's at your doorstep. So go get your glasses if you haven't.
The one thing I will say, it's great to go do a viewing party here in Houston, but because it's so close to us, go make that drive and make sure you do it. You don't have to rent a hotel. You can go the morning of. I would just allocate a lot of time because I think there's going to be a lot of traffic. Again, we haven't experienced this right before, But in 2017, one of my friends went to the Path of Totality in Wyoming. So he had to take flights and then drive an additional couple of hours to be in that path. And he said it was life-changing. Like, it is unreal how it goes from a bright day to all of a sudden dark and everything is quiet. So we won't get to experience this, I don't think, in our life again. So make sure you take full advantage of it. It's right here. It could be a 3-hour drive, and you can experience something that not many folks get to do with just a drive, right? So I say go make the drive, Carly. Same, Brooke, go. And like, those events are great, but you're just going to be watching on TV. You can experience it with just a short drive.
Do you know what like keeps coming to mind? I'm thinking about like everybody trying to drive that way and then getting stuck in traffic when it's happening. And then like imagine a line of cars and it just goes dark. Like I'm just like the world ending.
So that's what we're going to do. I know a lot of places, state parks and cities are throwing parties, and they have like, it's so cool. Like, they did this in 2017 in other cities that were in that Path of Totality. And it's almost like a music festival. What we're planning on doing, I'm literally just going to wake up on Monday morning with my daughter, and I think my brother's going to come with me as well. And we're just going to drive up, and around 12:15 is when the eclipse starts. The Path of Totality starts around 1:30, and where we're looking at, we're just going to pull over to the side of the road and just enjoy it there, because I don't want to get stuck in a big traffic jam coming out of somewhere. So yeah, I'm going to kind of figure this out on the fly, but I just know where I need to be. And again, I put that map in our show notes, and you can kind of find out where you need to be as well.
Yeah, and Raheel's right, because this is the last total solar eclipse visible from the United States until 2044. So that's a while. We'll be looking a lot different during the next solar eclipse. So I think take every advantage to try to see it when you can.
I know a lot of schools are also throwing out the idea that they might be closed on Monday, April 8th. I hope Fort Bend is, because I don't want my daughter to get an absence. But you know what? We're going to fake a doctor's note. Who cares?
Nobody else heard that.
They're not going to accept it now. Exactly.
It went in one ear out the other. If any school officials are listening,
I'm going to tell her to forge her own note like I used to.
Oh my God.
I can't.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Easter's in full bloom at Whole Foods Market, with great deals on spiral cut bone-in ham and leg of lamb, both crowd pleasers. Round out your spread with quiche, deviled eggs, and delicious catering platters from Prepared Foods. Oh, and remember to pick up a Whole Foods Market bunny cake from the bakery. Strapped for time? They cater too, with delicious options available without the effort. Find hundreds of Easter deals and delights now at Whole Foods Market.
Shipping can make or break a sale, so optimize how you ship your orders with ShipStation. They make it easy to automate and manage orders no matter how big your business grows. And they might even be able to help reduce shipping and warehouse costs. So optimize and keep up your momentum for growth with ShipStation. Sign up for your free 60-day trial now at ShipStation.com and use the code POD. That's ShipStation.com with the code POD.
Okay, let's talk about some food recommendations. You know we love food on this show, and y'all two always bring some great recs. So, Brooke, start us off. Give me a food recommendation for April.
So there's also a food festival happening during the solar eclipse time, starting Friday, April 5th through Sunday, April 7th. And if you love food, if you want to try a lot of diverse cuisine, then I highly suggest checking out this food festival happening at NRG called Foodie Land. It is the West Coast's largest food festival, and it's coming to Houston. It's inspired by Asia's famous open air night markets, and you're going to be able to taste food from 150 plus vendors and just experience a lot of different cuisines, which I love that we already get to in Houston, but probably some that you've never even tried before, because this is coming from the West Coast. So definitely want to check that out. And the tickets are only $6, which guys, like an all day festival, and it's only $6. I feel like I'm going to be there. So
That's so cool. Now, I'm sure at $6, you still have to pay for food, right, while you're there.
yeah. You still got to pay for your food.
Yeah, so you can pick what you want. But wow, that's a lot of vendors. For $6,
Yes.
150 vendors? Wow.
Yeah, I've been seeing this all over my Instagram page, and it looks like so good. But I feel like this will be a good place to go put that rumor to rest. Like, is California food better than Texas? Which I don't think is true at all. But I think that, it's a good place to go out there and try it because that sounds fun.
That's a really good recommendation. How about you, Carly? What do you got for us?
Okay, so for me in April, I don't know why, it just makes me feel like something leafy, something healthy. So I'm going to go with a salad rec, right? One of my favorite salads in town is none other than Papados. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I actually had this salad recently, Carly. This is
Did
so cool.
you?
Yes.
Okay. You got to give me your rating like in a second. Like I need to know
Okay.
how did you feel about it? So the one that I got personally and that I get every single time is the seafood Cobb salad. And this salad has mixed greens, honey bacon, red onions, avocado, eggs, tomatoes, and they have like this house vinaigrette sauce and blue cheese, but I take the blue cheese off because I'm not a blue cheese girly at all. I just can't get with it. But on top of it, the meat is shrimp or lumped crab. And I usually get both. And I usually get them blackened because it just adds a little bit more flavor. But instead of the house vinaigrette, I usually do ranch and their Greek dressing because it's like super good. There's a lot of herbs in it. It's just so fresh. Like my mom feels like they got the vegetables from like the Garden of Eden or something like that. Because when I tell you, like, it is the freshest avocados, the freshest tomatoes you'll ever have in a salad, like at a restaurant. It is so amazing. I love it.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Yes.
It is. And they have multiple salads. Like if you don't want to try that one, they have other ones that have like fried crawfish on top and they have, your classic Caesar salads and different things. So which one did you try, Brooke?
So yeah, I had this salad with shrimp though, not crab, because I'm not really a crab girl.
Okay.
But I did love the salad. And there's something about Papados. The day that I went, I got a salad and I also got gumbo. So it was kind of one of those like cold but warm days. So I wanted something warm. And then I also wanted something refreshing. And then if you want crawfish, they have tons of crawfish.
I never went to Papados for crawfish. They have live crawfish there?
They have crawfish. Yeah, they do have crawfish.
See, I've only had their like fried crawfish on the salad and stuff like that. So I'm learning something right now. Okay.
That sounds so good. I can't wait to try that salad. That sounds delicious. And you're right. There's something about when those vegetables are super fresh and they just have that crisp on them and everything just works perfectly. Salads in April are a good pick.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go on the opposite end of the spectrum, going from a salad to wings. I don't know why, but I've been on a wings kick of late. And one of the restaurants that I want to try, it's actually a food truck. It's called Blessed Wings. And one of my friends went there and he sent me pictures. He's like, look, I know you've been craving these. Check this out. And these wings look outstanding. Like their garlic parmesan is just covered in white sauce. It looks so good. Then they also have this lemon pepper hot stepper, and I want to try this like ASAP. I don't know why these wings look fantastic, and this is on my April bucket list. And if you have good wing recommendations outside of the normal chains, send it to us. Hit us up with the contact info in the show notes and send them my way because I'm just like all over the wing scene right now. I don't know why. I don't know what triggered this, ladies, but I'm on it.
I feel like you need to say lemon pepper hot stepper again, but like 3 times fast. That's what I think. It's like a little tongue twister.
Oh my gosh. That's too funny. I don't know why, but lately I've been on a wing kick too. And the wings that I've been eating, now, mind you, before I say this, I'm not a huge fan of Wingstop, but my friends were telling me about these honey hot wings that Wingstop has, right? So I was like, okay, I'll go try it. Why did I try it? And I got it 3 days in a row after that.
No way.
So serious. It was just so good. And what I've been doing with my fries, instead of just getting the fry seasoning, I get fry seasoning mixed with Cajun seasoning on the fries.
Yeah.
And it's been fire. Oh my God. It's so good.
Okay, I'm going to try that. I'm going to try the hot honey. I always get the Korean barbecue over there, and that sauce is so good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is good. That is good. But try that hot honey. It'll change your life.
Okay, April is all about being outside. It's all about reflecting about how awesome we have it here on Earth. All right, we do have Earth Day in April on April 22nd. So give me something to do to celebrate Earth Day, Brooke.
Yeah, so I love going to Houston Arboretum, and they're having a celebration on Saturday, April 27th to honor Earth Day, and they're going to celebrate biodiversity. So you can learn about a wide range of animals, plants, and people that share our planet. They're also going to have a scavenger hunt, some other arts and crafts, and just other ways for you to get out and enjoy nature. And even if you don't want to do too much, just going to the Arboretum itself is just such a great way to celebrate Earth Day. It's such a beautiful part of Houston. You kind of feel like you're in your own mini oasis. So I highly suggest heading out to this celebration.
So is there a rivalry brewing right now between the Houston Botanic Garden and the Arboretum? Like, I don't know why. Are we just creating a rivalry? Because mine is heading out to the Houston Botanic Garden and just taking full advantage of everything they have over there with their plants, with their exhibitions. And it's so much fun to just walk around and really enjoy the diverse plants that we have around our city and around our region. So that's my official pick. But for me, this is something that everyone can just do on their own. Every Earth Day actually falls the day after my birthday. So usually that weekend or a few days before, we spend time outside and we'll just go clean up areas. Like, we love walking parks, cleaning them up. We just pick up trash and just like really clean up Earth, right? For what we can do in our neighborhood. So I love doing that. And I think that's something super simple that everyone can do on Monday, April 22nd. After work, maybe just go find trash and pick it up, right? And make our Earth a little bit cleaner, starting with where you live.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a great one. That actually gives me an idea for the newsletter. So stay tuned for April, because I'm going to do volunteer, as I do every month, a volunteer guide, but I think I'm going to do it all around ways that you can help clean up the outside. So
Boom.
that is a great
Look at that.
idea.
Idea generation here. Carly, how about you? How are you celebrating Earth Day?
So mine is at the Green Mountain Energy Earth Day. It is at Discovery Green. It will be on April 20th, which is a Saturday, from 12 to 5 p.m. and it is free. This year, they're going to be celebrating how you can use art to engage people and urge them to action. That is basically their mission this year. So there'll be all types of activities that you can engage in. There'll be performances. There'll be art displays. There'll be documentary shorts. There'll be electric car petting zoo, which is, I'm interested. I don't even know what that means, but it just sounds like a great time, because there's all types of activities that will be going on this day. We'll link it in the show notes so you can really check it out and just deep dive into see what you will be interested in. But there's definitely something for everybody at this event.
Yeah, that sounds like a full day of fun right there, Carly. That is a good recommendation. I can't wait. And however you celebrate, do celebrate and give back to Mother Nature and the Earth, right? Like, do that, right? Captain Planet would be happy.
Captain Planet.
Okay, one final thing. I've got one wild card event for everybody. And this is an event that we want to see everybody at in April. And that's on April 5th. It's going to be our CityCast Houston podcast live taping before the Houston Rockets versus Miami Heat game.
Yay.
This is going to be at Toyota Center. The live taping starts at 5:30 p.m. And you do need a ticket to the game to attend. But don't worry, we got you. We have a discount code available for you. All the information is in our show notes. You can get the link, the discount code, which is CityCastHTX, and get your tickets right now. They are running out in the section that we're going to be sitting, which is section 403. So do act fast if you want to come hang out with us and sit there. But any ticket that you buy for that game with that code will give you access to that early live taping at 5:30. Game starts at 7 p.m. Make it a whole night. It's a Friday night. It's going to be a blast.
Yeah, it's going to be so fun.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, I'm so excited. We've been really working hard behind the scenes to put this together for y'all. So I am excited to meet the CityCast fans and everything. So please come out and enjoy a night with us at the basketball game. It'll be great. I'm super excited.
Yep, we're super excited to meet everybody. It's going to be a blast. And Carly, Brooke, thank you so much for all of your recommendations for our April guide. We'll see you around the city.
Thank you.
Woohoo. It's going to be a great month.
That was Carlignon Jones and Brooke Lewis. All of our recommendations are linked in the show notes. And while you're there, make sure to grab your tickets for our live taping on April 5th. That will do it for today. Thank you for listening, and I hope you learned something new.
At Space Inner Houston. Well, I just said Houston. Sorry, guys.